Now, artists accuse the board of failing to implement recommendations of an investigation report that implicated several senior managers. On an update on this matter, we speak to Mbuyiselo Nqobi, who is an arts practitioner. Mr. Mbuyiselo, a very good morning to you. Thanks for joining us. Welcome to Morning Live.
Good morning, sir.
What is the update 39 days in? What has been the response?
We have spoken to the portfolio committee and made a presentation regarding the reports that were not implemented by PECOFs. That is Bonaku, the report that implicates the CFO and the CEO. And then there's a Moral report that implicates the artistic director who was now acting CEO. And the portfolio committee listened to us and told us that they will come back to us next week with a report and gave PECOFs a clear directive to act on those reports and report to them by end of this week that we are in, by end of Friday last week. We have heard that they've submitted a report, but we don't know the content of the report as yet. The portfolio committee told us they will wait for the report to be adopted by the committee and then be able to be sent to stakeholders. But since then, we have not heard anything. But we have heard that they are coming today to have a meeting as the council. Tomorrow, they will address the staff. We are not sure of what they are going to address the staff about because we are not invited to that meeting. But we will wait to hear from them if they will address us. But the issues that we have is that Mr. Xaba, who's acting CEO and artistic director, must be suspended while they are acting to remove him or to absolve him from the allegations that he has flaunted the regulations of the institution and favored the council member over artists. So we will see tomorrow what is going to happen. But as it stands, the artists are still here and they are not going to leave up until they've received a message that Mr. Xaba has been suspended and all the processes of discipline are implemented like they did with the CEO, Mr. Pedler.
So what recommendations in this investigation have you put forward?
We did not put any recommendations. We put the case forward to the portfolio committee to say, these are the recommendations of the report that they have commissioned. The recommendations were saying that Mr. Xaba must be disciplined for number one, there are two charges. Number one, to altering the artistic program after he has agreed to it. Number two, Mr. Xaba must face disciplinary actions for altering the minutes of the meeting of the artistic committee, and also to make sure that PECOFs has a policy in place so that those things don't happen again. But the council says the previous council implemented those recommendations. But we discovered that the previous council gave him a verbal warning for all those things after they spent 500,000 on a report to investigate him. So this new council will be reinvestigating or implementing the recommendation of Moral report of 2018.
Yeah, and that report recommends that policies should be put in place to prevent wasteful expenditure and just how to deal with conflict of interest amongst board members. So what's your understanding of how the board has dealt with this matter?
This new board is being reluctant to act. We have shown them all these reasons, but they were trying to protect the previous board's mistakes. That is why it went to the portfolio committee. So we are not sure, or we don't trust this board to act correctly on those recommendations because they came to us and lied that those recommendations were implemented. So we should be satisfied with that they were implemented. So we will hear what they are saying to the portfolio committee because now their hand is forced on what they are going to do. But for us as artists, we feel like we don't trust them.
So what's the way forward, Mr. Nqobi? Where to from here? I mean, 39 days in, what's the plan?
We are waiting on Monday to hear what they say. If we are not happy about what they are doing, and we have seen that the minister is reluctant to act on this matter, we are going to take the case to the public protector to make sure that this institution is investigated better because the department is failing to act.
All right, Mr. Nqobi, great chatting to you. Thank you so much for your update.
Thank you very much.
All right, so that was Mbuyiselo Nqobi, who just gave us an update on the silent protest at the Arts Centre of the Free State that's been going on for 39 days now. It is